let's discuss transparent objects. Remember before we spoke about luminous objects being objects which can shine. Luminous objects emit light. Now that light which comes from a luminous object may shine on other objects which are illuminated, and they might be opaque or they might be transparent. So both transparent objects and opaque objects are not luminous. They don't shine. What is the difference between a transparent object and an opaque object? An opaque object stops the light. It blocks the light. That's why it casts a shadow. Opaque objects do not let light pass through them, but transparent objects do let at least some of the light pass through them. And in this movie, we want to focus on transparent objects. So as you can see, there we have a light source. We have a transparent object. Often we call transparent objects prisms. So this here is a rectangular prism because its shape, well, in fact, it's a square, but we call it a rectangular prism. And we can see that this rectangular prism is allowing light to travel through it. It is transparent. The light that comes to the prism is called incident light. Incident simply means coming to. The word transmit means let through. So transparent objects transmit light. Trans means across or through. So transparent objects transmit light. They let light through them. Now you can also get semi-transparent. The word semi means partially, and semi-transparent objects transmit some light. They let some light through, and they absorb other light. They block other light. They stop some light from going through. Let's investigate this. So we're going to open this simulation, but you could in real life do a similar thing simply by using a colored sweet paper, because colored sweet papers are semi-transparent. They let some light through and they block other light. They absorb other light. We can call such semi-transparent substances filters. So let's first play around with this simulation just to get used to it before we put the filter in. We can switch the light on, and at the moment we've got a yellow light. We change it to blue, purple, change it back to blue, green, yellow, red light. And depending what color light it is, your brain sees it as whatever that color is. But now let's change this and let's only use white light. So there we have the white light shining. Your brain thinks it's white light. Then we place a semi-transparent object between the luminous source, the torch, and your eye. So there we have the filter in place. At the moment it's a yellow filter. You can see on this slider here I can change the color of that filter. And what this filter does is it lets some of the light through and absorbs some of the light. Since this is a yellow filter, it lets the yellow light through and absorbs the other colors. Remember that white light actually consists of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet light all together. What a filter does is it lets some of the colors through and blocks other colors. This is a yellow filter. It allows yellow light through and it absorbs the other colors. Let's change the color of the filter and see what that does. So now we make it an orange filter. It lets the orange light through. Red filter lets the red light through. Darker red. Always whatever color filter it is, that color light may go through, the other colors are absorbed. Let's now change it back to orange, yellow. Let's make it a green filter. Green light goes through, we see green. Blue filter, indigo, and then violet. So very simply, a semi-transparent object, a filter, transmits the colors that we see. So in this picture, this filter is red, and so it transmits red light. It allows red light through. It absorbs all the other colors. It blocks them. It keeps them. It takes them in. Doesn't let them go through.